Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to make some swatches of French Ultramarine watercolor. This is one of my favorite colors. Blue color is my favorite, and French Ultramarine is quite a versatile color. I'm doing this on SMLT watercolor paper. It's quite rough paper. It's good for watercolor. It retains water and color. First brand of watercolor is Winsor Newton. It comes in half pens, and it's a portable palette. For this swatch I'm drawing some boxes on paper with a fountain pen. This is Duke bent nib fountain pen. The ink is Noodlers ink, designed for fountain pens. The second one is Daniel Smith, that comes in tubes. Also the pigment is PB29. The paper being rough, it makes a quite broken line. I'm drawing the second box to prepare for the swatches. The third color is made by Royal and Talens, and this one specifically is Rembrandt. Rembrandt is a high-end of this brand. It's more expensive than the usual made by Royal and Talens. It's high quality color. Also, this is PB29. Drawing another box. I'd like to make graded wash for the swatches, starting from saturated color to the watered one. And the fourth one is Daler Rowney. So it's pigment PB29. I'm making these swatches because there are brands of watercolor that specify the color as French Ultramarine, but they don't mention the pigment used, especially the cheaper ones. So all four colors have the same pigment, PB29. I'm starting with Winsor Newton. I'm using watercolor brush, soaking the color using a lot of water. Activating the color. Starting from the top of the box, working down the paper. Adding more color. Then gradually adding more water to make a graded wash. With this brush you can wipe off the excess of color. Charging more color at the top of the swatch. Rinsing the brush. I'll change the water so that the next color won't be influenced by the previous one. I'm squeezing the color directly on paper. This one is Daniel Smith. Very rich and pigmented color. Maybe because it is directly from the tube. Also, it's very fine. It has also some granulation, but is a very fine granulation. The color spread is very satisfying on paper. The third one, Rembrandt, made by Royal and Talens. Also, I'm squeezing the color directly on paper. I think I'm using it for the first time, so with the color it came out also a bit of Arabic gloom. It's also richly pigmented. It's a bit more granulated than the Winsor Newton and Daniel Smith. Adding more water to make the graded wash. This technique is useful for painting sky. The fourth one, Daler Rowney. I used it more than the others. Adding water and washing it over paper. This one is not so granulated than the other three. In this video I compared 4 brands of watercolor for French Ultramarine. They contain all PB29 pigment.